So if I were thinking of propriety, I would not be making this video. But then I thought to make this video because I had a call from a friend yesterday telling me, "Hi Moi, I'm going to NYSC Camp. What should I take along? What is your advice for me? What should I expect?" So I thought to myself, oh, I do have something to share to my prospective core members. That's what you guys will be called, because you're not core members until after you're swearing in camp. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you tips on what you should expect in camp. So before I delve into today's main topic or main tea of this conversation, the first thing I would like to share as a senior copper would be to advise everyone listening to this to have an open mind concerning camp. I don't know what stories you might have heard about camp. They might be good, they might be bad, or you just might not even have heard any information about camp. Of course, camp is stressful. It can be because it's segmented, it's regimented, and we have certain things we should do certain time, and it can be stressful, especially if you're not used to such regiments before. But I would really advise that you have an open mind as you go to camp. Regardless of whatever tales you might have heard about camp, I would really suggest that you go with an open mind to enjoy the process. Whatever there is to enjoy. Whatever there is that is not so palatable, just endure it. It's for 21 days. And you can, if it makes you feel better, you can make countdown every day. I did that. I did that when I was in camp. I had countdowns every day, and it was really nice. So just have an open mind. That's like the major thing I would like to share. So before we go into the video, kindly like, kindly subscribe if you haven't. Kindly help spread the word about this video content. I believe it will help intending core members as they go to camp. So let's get right into the video. So the first thing I'll be sharing with respect to what to expect in camp is a lot of queuing. Expect a lot of queuing. Once you enter into camp, be prepared to queue a lot. There will be different points of registration for different things. So ensure that you have your document with you. I think it will be very painful if you are on a queue for a long time, because we're usually many. So it will be very painful if you're on a queue for a long time and at the end of the day you eventually don't have your documents handy. That would be very painful. So please ensure you have your documents. I know from the NYSC website we have 3 major documents: your call-up letter, your green card, and I think the third one is more like a biodata or something. So make sure those 3 documents are intact with you. And I know I had to make photocopies of like maybe 5 each, even though I didn't use the 5 of them. I think I used maybe like 4, but it's just only fair that you photocopy 5 just in case. And then I think I did all that for 2.5 at the time. I don't know how much it will be now, and I don't know how the cyber cafe closest to you would charge, but I know it was around that price. And then you would also need other documents like your statement of results, your ID card, very important, and then your school certificate. I think those are the major documents, but please leverage on the NYSC platforms that might have been created for something like this. Like, make sure you ask questions on the WhatsApp groups. That I know there are often WhatsApp groups created for things like this. So make sure you leverage on that to ask for any other documents you might need. Because there are a lot of queues, I would really advise that you either have a snack on or that you have eaten before standing on those queues, because it will take a lot of time, I promise you. So please be prepared for that. Be prepared for that, and more power to you ahead of time. So the second thing to expect in camp is paramilitary exercises or activities, basically paramilitary activities and discipline. So the basic paramilitary activity we do is marching, and it's more like an upgraded version, because we learn commands and then it's quite intense, usually intense in the first week. The second week, the soldiers pick people that would represent us to march, or you can volunteer if that excites you. Some people are excited about it, not everyone. So it's usually intense in the first week, because we have our swearing in like the third day. I don't know which day it will be for those, but we got into camp on Wednesday. We had our swearing in on Friday, so we prepared
literally for the swearing in, and it was a lot of marching and marching commands. So it's quite intense the first week. So expect that you wake up quite early, before 5 a.m. because by 5 a.m. you have to be at parade ground for your own good, so you don't get punished. You have to, or overwhelmed, when soldiers are instructing to hurry up, double up. So you have to get prepared quickly. And then the discipline part is the fact that for your own good, ladies, please make sure your hair is short. And I knew this from Ifeoluwa Oni's video, but I just wanted to satisfy myself. I still did long hair. I did not hear what, but then at the end of the day, I partly regretted it because I was happy to do my hair. I was happy to do braids, and but then if I were to advise someone going in, just do something simple. If you want to do braids, do very simple braids, or just like all back. Just do something very simple, because the discipline is paramilitary as well. You won't be allowed to let your hair fall if you are in camp. I had to later on get a wig cap to cover my hair and to make sure that I could still put my cap on. So for guys as well, decent hair. I know hairstyle is not allowed for guys. I think except those that had religious reasons for their hair being like that, and you'll be modest regardless. So I know that. And earrings, long earrings are not allowed. Anything that would be dangling or that would be distracting, it's not allowed. So for everyone, guys, ladies, jewelry is really to the barest minimum. It's not going to be any dangling jewelry or any distracting jewelry is usually not allowed or permitted in the campground, especially on the parade ground. So the third point would be that you should expect your uniform not to be your size. We're often given crested t-shirts from NYSC, and we're also given jungle boots. We're also given we're given a pair, that's 2 pieces of white shorts, white t-shirt like I said, and then we're also given one green the green khaki trouser. I've forgotten, it's khaki trouser, I think that's the name, khaki trouser. So the green one, this one, so that's like 3 different, okay, that's like 2 uniforms. We're given this color of uniform and the trouser of that, then we're given this white, and then two pairs, a pair rather, 2 pieces or 2 coats of this, and then a pair of white shorts as well. We basically wear our white t-shirts and shirts basically for the most part of camp. We wear this only on official times. I think for Manowar, when we went to Manowar village, we wore this, our complete official wear. But then I said you should expect your uniform not to fit because of this advice I'm going to say now, and that is for you to bring an extra pair of white t-shirts and white shorts. I don't know how your body size is, and usually even if you have a medium body size, it's not guaranteed that you would see your exact pair in camp. I know we even filled our sizes online, but we are usually generally given our uniform. We're usually generally given our uniform, like whatever you see to get when it's your turn, that's what you get usually, or at least in my camp, that's how it was. So I would advise you to bring a pair of t-shirts and a pair of white shorts as well. Also bring your white rubber canvas. It's the most easiest to wash since it is rubber. You literally just use water and soap to wash it, or you clean it with, or you can just clean it with wipes. And please make sure it's more like an inch more than your normal shoe size. We stay long hours on the parade ground, and you just might need something comfy that you would wear. So I think that's a hack that would work in camp. I bought my exact size and it was really not comfortable. The final point I'll be making is sentimental because I get cold easily. So expect cold in camp. At least when I went to camp, because we wake up quite early in the morning, it was quite cold, a lot of cold for me. So I would advise that if you're going to camp, prepare for it to be cold. Have a white cardigan. White cardigans are what is allowed. At least in my camp, cardigan was allowed. So confirm if it's allowed in all camps. Get a white cardigan. Get, if you like, skin socks. If you like to wear skin socks as part of your maybe clothing for mosquitoes or maybe the cold weather even, please make sure it's white. At least in my camp, we were told to wear white skin socks if we must wear. So I think that's basically it for what to expect in camp. I would make another video about things you should take to camp. So that being said, kindly like this video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps with the algorithm and it makes people that need this video actually see this video. Also, apologies for any background noise, for lightning or anything that might have been distracting throughout the course of the video. I really hope you were able to hear me and get value from this video. Like I said, I really did not think of the propriety. I just thought to record it as it came to mind and I didn't want to push it any further. So yep. See you when I see you. Bye. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share once again. Bye bye, friends.